Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, New England Gardening here. Today is Monday, June 22nd, and breeze is picking up a little bit. It's a little breezy today, but not as warm as it was yesterday. We're supposed to get warm again tomorrow. It's in the 80s. I think we have a breeze coming in off the ocean. That's where it's cooled down. As you can see here, it's not crystal blue skies, a little bit of a haze, but it just feels a lot cooler. And the breeze is like nothing, and then all of a sudden it'll pick up. Yeah, so I haven't been in the hive since June 9th, and I was thinking that the cap brood that I was seeing might have been already capped, hopefully for a week. And I was hoping that today I would see some increase in numbers. So let's go take a look in the hive. I drilled some more holes in this ventilating shim that I had made. There's some bees at the top there. I took the syrup off. They just were not interested in the syrup. So there's the breeze picking up again. They're gonna love that. Do have an inner cover, and then this other shim. I was trying to get the cover so it doesn't cover these as much, but I made some additional holes both sides because it was really hot. Okay, so didn't even touch the pollen patty. Well, definitely I would say I made a pollen patty, and they're not even interested in that either. Bringing in pollen. I'll put this in the front. Yeah, I would say, I mean, there's still one frame, but they just love this one side. Let me just take this off because it's better to bring the camera in than increase the zoom. So let's take a look here. So I mean the numbers are greater because they're covering the wall. Is this a fatality on my part? I wonder if I should move that to the center. Not interested in the pollen patty. Ooh, that's kind of hard. Thought I copied Cayman Reynolds' recipe, but I think I needed to add more moisture or more oil or something. Well, let's go in, take a look. I was just looking at one of the lay-in frames that I built and wondering if I could somehow transfer these or just get some comb starting to get built on those frames by having another nuke box on top here. I have to make some type of shim. Well, they definitely, I don't know why they've unless I move that, could be they've built comb out on this. There's no one on it. Maybe they just don't like these frames. I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. I was actually thinking there's nothing. That's completely undrawn. I thought I was going to see maybe some honey in here also. They're taking their time. I guess they really need the numbers to cover the brood, even though I thought with this warm weather it would be easy on them to... let's see if my smoker's still on. Get some smoke on these guys, these girls. Oh, maybe I have some drones in here. Oh. No, okay. Haven't seen a drone for a while. Okay. God, the bees always want to be, whoops, where your fingers need to go on the frame. Alright, so, well, they're all over this frame, but they've got pollen. Oh, the queen's on this frame. There she is right there. You can see her. Let me get her on there. There she is. That's good. So she's jumped onto... Oh, is it my imagination, or does she look a little bit bigger than the last time we saw her? That's my first impression. That butt looks like it's gotten a lot bigger. So she's on this frame. A nice long look at her. I see nectar. I see France. I don't see any larvae. Maybe it's hard to see through this screen here. Okay, I see a couple of larvae. Where'd she go? Okay, there she is at the bottom there. So, not a lot. Looks like there's a lot of nectar on here. These bees right there are either regurgitating it or... Let me put this back in. I think I do have a cycle where the brood has hatched. Man, this frame is just packed. She likes this frame so much, I wonder if I should get that original frame out of the freezer and put it back in here. I could do that tomorrow, maybe. This is a heavy frame here. Okay, so look at that coverage there. I think I just had some bees hatch. I don't want to, that's just wall-to-wall coverage of bees. And there's more brood here. I mean, it's just really, the empties are full, looks like, with larva. So it's just a strange cycle here of capped brood, and then the empty cells getting filled with, well, it looks like a combination of larva and nectar. So I think I'm going to take that other frame out of the freezer, let it warm up, and then put that like in the middle of this hive, because they seem to like these frames here. Got a lot of bridge comb on the walls. Let's get this back in here. So you can see right there. I don't know, I must have hit this button. I thought I had it completely wide. Not zoomed in, but it was a little bit of zoom on that, so hopefully that queen wasn't out of focus because I brought the camera close to her. These side LCDs are just terrible. You just cannot see anything in daylight. So I've seen the queen. Probably try to look at her again before she has jumped onto this frame. And there's brood on both sides of the original frame from the nuke. Well, the only problem is no capped honey. I thought there was going to be like capped honey, but they must be using everything to build. How am I going to slowly get this in there without squishing anybody? I think something's going on today. A lot of news helicopters all over the place. Let's take a look at her again. She's still there, hanging out on this frame. They get so paranoid putting these frames back in without... I don't want to squish the queen. So I gotta move this one in closer. You know what? I'm gonna go get that other frame out of the freezer. Alright, there are two of the original frames for the nuke I purchased late last year, and I forgot that one of them has some honey on it, and looks like there's a lot of nectar in there also. So I think the queen will prefer these, and maybe they'll move that honey around, put it to use. It's on a plastic frame. Yeah, so these two here, this has some comb drawn out on one side. This one here is basically nothing on it. See, I put the honey facing the frame that the queen is on. So I put this in. It's a little racked. So move that in. And put this one there. All right, so they definitely have built up some numbers. I actually thought I was going to see or have to worry about whether they were honey bound or not, but evidently not. It's taken a lot of resources to get to where they are right now, and hopefully, I don't know how spaced those capped brood are as far as hatch cycles go, but hopefully they'll be continually adding to the numbers, and maybe by the end of July it would be nice if they had 4 frames. I was even thinking I was going to maybe be able to split this, but I don't think so. Maybe I'll get it into I don't know, I thought I was going to figure out a way to transfer this to a lay-ins hive or start to get them to build up some frames from the lay-ins hive, but I might transfer these into the 8-frame hive body that I converted from the 10 and overwinter an 8-frame hive if they fill out all 5 of these frames by August, maybe. I gotta tell you, I haven't seen what in my mind is bees from other hives. I think I've seen a couple of bees go in opposite direction from getting some water, but other than that, not many bees around this year. Not giving me the impression that there's a lot of honeybees from other hives. So let me cover this up, and we'll go back in maybe in July after the 4th. So this is New England Gardening. Thanks for watching.